So we have this civilizational movement, right? We're seeing this political reclamation. We are seeing some of the cultural reclamation, and the question that I've asked repeatedly, I've mentioned it here as well, is how do you turn this movement into an epoch? What is the architecture for that? And at Brhat, we've sort of theorized this in a certain way, that the first step is a yearning, that there is, maybe it's the flow of time, maybe it's not even a human thing, maybe it's a divine thing, that there is a collective movement, a sense of yearning, a sense of knowing that we've hit precipice of an old system and we are on the threshold of a new system, right? That is felt, and I think being in this space for the last 4 or 5 years, this is a sentiment that is overarching and that is consistent. And then this is galvanized, or this is sort of brought up through what we call hero movements. You will see certain forces rise up when something like this happens, which lead a lot of us towards that. Right? You think about what's happening with Vikram Sampath, you think about Jay Sai Deepak, you think about all the new creators who come in, Kashmir Files, you think about what's happening with Kantara now, what was happening with RRR. So in different spaces, in literature, in movies, in arts, in politics, obviously the biggest movement from 2014, you're seeing this expression in foreign policy, in international relations. There is the rhetoric of a new India aside, I think the flow of time is very clear that this is, this is going to be a moment of great churn, and it is throwing heroes more consistently than than we, at least I have seen. Now you have the movement and you have the heroes who are galvanizing this. You need to make sure that you have a system around that, that it is not an accidental hero who takes this forward the next time, that this becomes, the effort should cease to be extraordinary. It should become normal. So for that, you need, that's why we call ourselves a culture engine. And how do you collaborate? That is the secret recipe. That is the number one strategy. The number one deliverable for a leadership is to stitch mechanisms of collaboration. And collaboration with creators, with creative institutions, with people whose decisions matter. And that needs a certain kind of temperament to be able to deal with this canvas. Right? So one of the things that we want to do is enable other creators. And how do we do that? Let's say you want to make a game. We can work with you to give you the cultural research about that time, about that place. You want to write a book, we can help you with some details. You want to design a curriculum, here is the learning design. You want to create a course, then here is the Indian knowledge system based idea for that. We want to do this. Not saying that we are equipped to do this, all of this right now, but the way we understand ourselves, the story that we tell ourselves, is that we are the engine that wants to propel different creative activities to turn this movement into an epoch.